to Libra Love Lounge, the show where I read posts on Reddit and give them relationship advice. My name's Eliana Camargo, and I just got this wig for Halloween, and I was too excited, so I put it on for this video. I realize it looks really fake, but look, I have red hair, it's exciting. Let's jump into the first post. My 30 male fiance, 26 female, randomly told me I could cheat? Confused. Unsure how to title this, so I did the best I could. So we were driving to the shops the other day, just talking about life, and my fiance randomly says to me, you know, if you cheated on me, I wouldn't leave you. Me, okay, why did you just say that? Her, I was just thinking, it might sound bad, but I wouldn't leave you. Me, well, I haven't cheated, and nor do I plan to. Her, I know, I'm just saying. Then she changed the subject. I'm heaps confused by this interaction. I've brought it up again to her today, but she doesn't give me any more info than what she already gave me. I spent 15 minutes probing her in different ways to get an answer other than the information provided above. I love my fiance and I have no desire to be with anyone but her, but this was really random. Was she expecting me to say the same thing back? Does she think that I've cheated? I'm very confused. We've been together 10 years in January and have had issues of outsiders trying to break us up, but no cheating or anything like that. What is this outsiders issue? I'm curious what the tea is on that. How does that work? What's going on there? This is very odd, and my mind first goes to she's cheating. And so she's trying to like, not butter you up, but kind of be like, I wouldn't leave you if you were cheating. And so then if it ever comes out that she's cheating, then she's like, but I told you that like, it's not that big of a deal. Like I wouldn't leave you, so like you shouldn't leave me. And, you know, like that's kind of, or if she's not consciously thinking that far ahead, it's just kind of like her subconscious guilt coming out, and she brought up this conversation because like she knows she's cheating. So she's like, by the way, I wouldn't leave you if you're cheating. Like, that's where my mind goes with this. And if it's not that, then I guess she's trying to say like, I love you so much that I wouldn't care what you did, which is not healthy. Or I don't know, maybe she's like kind of an open relationship type of person and she's trying to just have a conversation of like, I know the average person thinks this is a deal breaker, but like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know. This is weird, but I'm kind of feeling like she might be cheating. Eliana from the future popping in. The story had an edit on it that I saw after I was done filming, so we've got to read it. Edit 1. I would like to thank everyone for their comments. Since this has been 80% she's cheating, 10% she might be insecure, and 10% age gap, I'll start with age gap. We met when she was 17 and I was 20. She asked me out a month after meeting each other. We met through a social sport team. We played a couple times. After our games, we would get dinner, be social, and one day she asked me out. I didn't know her age at the time, but by the time I had found out, we had been openly dating for a couple months. Nothing intimate had happened by the time I found out her age. I did have another conversation with her. She advised what made her say it was a conversation we had days ago. I've just started a new job and my female manager, who's overweight, was wearing a button-up shirt. She called me in for a meeting after lunch. When the meeting was over, she said, oh shit, I just realized my buttons on my shirt were undone. I did not notice. I got back to my desk and immediately called my fiance and said, lol, this thing happened, how weird. We were not meeting face to face. I was sitting behind her most of the meeting as she was showing me her computer screen and how to use a new software. I did not, nor did I want to see my manager's body in any unclothed manner. Yuck. Okay. Edit 2. I don't know how Reddit works, if you guys get edit updates or not. Not keen on replying to everyone individually. Last night, I was able to sneak onto her phone and have a search. I found nothing. No dating apps, no Snapchat, we both deleted last year. No messages, no IG DMs, zero. No Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. So if she is cheating or planning to, she has to be doing it off phone. I'm still skeptical of the conversation we had, but I guess I've found no evidence that she's cheating. I even checked her app history to see if she had any of these apps on her phone in the past 6 months. I don't feel great about searching her phone, but I needed to know. Well, that's the update. Very curious evolution of this story. It makes you wonder what's going on with this chick. Why is she saying this? Like, even if she was feeling some weird kind of way about potentially checking out his manager, who he so rudely said yuck about, just why would she mention the cheating? Like, why would she say that it's okay for him to cheat? I don't know. It's weird. So I'm curious. I want to know in the comments what you guys think of this and what her reasoning is. Why is she doing this? I have to know. So let me know what your guys' opinion is. And back to your regularly scheduled programming, to Eliana from the past. But let's see what the comments have to say. My honest opinion, she's saying that so that way you'll be seen as evil for not accepting her if she cheats. Maybe it was a random thought. Maybe she's having a plan to cheat. I couldn't give you an actual answer, just my thought on it. Exactly. I didn't think of it like that at all. Haha, damn, now I'm thinking more. Thanks for your opinion though. That's what I came here for. Sorry, OP. I'm kind of surprised this is the first time they've had that thought. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's a good thing that their alarm bells haven't been ringing, like their intuition hasn't been saying like something fishy's been going on here. Maybe their intuition sucks and there's been alarm bells this whole time. They just haven't been listening. Maybe it's something completely else. Who knows? Well, I can only talk from personal experience, but 2 girls that I've dated that said this exact same thing that turned out to be cheating on me. 1 was seeing and sleeping with other guys behind my back. 2 was having an emotional affair with her ideal man. Then again, this is personal experience and I don't know your fiance, but for me, that'd be a huge red flag. Okay, I'm glad everyone's on the same wavelength as me because this is sus. Now the hard part is, where do you go from here? Because obviously if he asks her like, hey, are you cheating? 99% chance she's gonna say no, babe, of course not. So then do you snoop? Do you go through her phone? I personally don't think that it would be the worst in a situation like this to snoop in someone's phone. I mean, in the relationships that I've been in, our phones have been open game. We knew each other's passwords. We were completely allowed to use each other's phones because we didn't have any worries. We didn't have anything to hide. In a relationship like that, I know that it would be fine to look through their phone and look for evidence. But it's also possible they're really good at cheating and they would hide the evidence. That's the hard part about where do you go from there. Again, like I always say on here, they're engaged. I feel like the universe always shows the red flags when people are engaged because the universe is like, hey, are you really sure you want to marry this person? And things blow up during the engagement. Sucks that y'all have been together for 10 years. That also could be breeding grounds for she's bored and is cheating with somebody because it's been so long. Why would you be engaged to them if that's the case? I don't fucking know. I don't understand people like this. But moving on to the next post. My boyfriend, 28 male, believes that since he will probably always make more money than me, 27 female, that we will have to follow his career goals. My boyfriend is an engineer and I'm a teacher. He will probably always make more money than me, but I have aspirations to move into education administration during my career. He believes that since he will make more money than me, we have to follow his career. I've tried to explain that as a couple, we will always have to make decisions together to determine what is best for both of us. I agree that some moves to advance his career is good, but I also want to ensure these moves have my best career interest as well. How do I best explain this to him? Your boyfriend sounds like a prick. Like I get what he's saying, but money isn't the end all be all in life. When you say that we have to follow his career, are you talking about like moving cities or locations for him to advance his career and like take opportunities elsewhere? Because like, yeah, no, it's not just like, hey babe, more money's over there, so pack up your bags, we're going. You got no say in this. Like, no, what the hell? Like, even if it's $1 million move, you talk to, I mean, they're just boyfriend, girlfriend now, but especially like if you're married, you talk to them and you're like, hey, there's this opportunity here. Well, how do you feel about this? Here are the pros and cons. I want to go. Would you be willing to go? And you have to come to an agreement together, whether or not that's okay and you can go together. It's not just like, well, there's more money over there, so you are my property. Let's go. We're going over there. No. And like money isn't the end all be all. Like he might make more money somewhere else, but she might have a career that she really freaking loves and is passionate about and brings her joy and happiness every single day, is willing to take a lower pay to have 40 hours a week that she actually enjoys doing. And to me, that's a lot more valuable than making more money, as long as she's making enough to support herself and have the bills be paid. Because it's not fun to be a starving artist, but how do you explain it to him? Everything I just said, everything that you said. Many people believe that the man should lead a relationship. And so maybe in that case, the man's just like, well, I got this job opportunity in Kansas, so let's go there. We're moving. Some people's ideals, the man decides. And they're like, okay, well, you lead the relationship. I trust you. Let's go. But it sounds like you do not follow those ideals. Neither do I. And so you have a conversation about it, that a relationship is about compromise. It's about communication. It's about coming to agreements together. And if he thinks that money is more important than everything and that you need to just blindly follow him, it sounds like y'all aren't on the same page of what kind of relationship you want and what kind of ideals you want. So I would have a conversation about that aspect of things, you know, more than just the career component, but the actual relationship dynamic. And if he's one of those people that thinks that a man should lead the relationship, your thoughts about that. Because maybe you guys aren't compatible on that level. Only a conversation or multiple conversations is necessary to find that out. I'm curious what the comments have to say. Say it just like you said it here. And they quoted OP. If that fails, go with the statement, it's not all about you. Explaining it isn't the problem, it's getting him to agree with it. You could ask if this means that you switch to following your career goals in case he gets laid off. He probably wouldn't find that funny. Aren't teachers more likely to get laid off than engineers are? A better approach might be why he sees this as a given instead of something to discuss and negotiate. Why does his income justify ignoring your career goals? Maybe he just thinks that's the way it should be because that's how it was for his parents. All right, next post. Just broke up with my boyfriend, 31 male, but he's begging for me, 27 female, back. We'd been seeing each other for 2 months and had been official for 3 weeks. And he's already begging for you back. When he confessed that he had video sex with his ex a week prior, so basically 2 weeks into us being official. Y'all hadn't even been together for 2 fucking months. And he's already cheating on you. I don't know what to think. He told me that he fucked up. I asked why didn't he tell me immediately after it happened, and if he thought I would forgive him just like that. He looked so sorry. I had to ask around for advice because it was a shock hearing all that. But after a couple days, I broke up with him. Good. No one should be cheating on you that freaking soon in a relationship. Like, I mean, no one should cheat on you ever, but like, that's just ridiculous at that point. I didn't block him. I couldn't be with him in person, so I just kept sending him messages saying how he's not ready for a relationship, how he's hurt me by still being so connected to his ex, very connected, and how I pity him. He responded by saying he only wants me, not her. Didn't respond. Clearly, he's such a truthful guy. You can tell it's so obvious. He wants you and not her. That's why he was having video sex with her. Just make it make sense. A couple days ago, he sends me a message asking if I'd still want to talk or if he'd like us to block each other and go no contact to give me some space. Please tell him that you said that you should block each other. Please. Please. Also, what an interesting proposition. Should we block each other mutually? He told me that he finally blocked his ex after I broke up with him, and that he knows he should have done it the moment our relationship started progressing. or maybe when you broke up with your ex, but okay. He says he's willing to do anything to prove that he's never going to do this again and that I'm the only one he sees a future with. He canceled moving to another city the moment we started liking each other. Okay, y'all have like attachment issues. There's a lot going on here. I'm his very first girlfriend ever. He and his ex were never official. Tried to date, but never went exclusive and just transitioned to friends with benefits. So I know he's not a player. So this could really be a one-time thing. I'm sorry, wait, what? He's never had a girlfriend before and he's 31. And so that's how you know he's not a player? No, that's a sign that he probably is a player. That's why he is only now finally at 31 being like, oh shit, maybe I should settle down. But his old player ways are still bubbling up and he's like, wait, but commitment is scary and I don't actually want to commit to someone. So let me go fuck my ex-friends with benefits virtually. I don't know why you're saying he's not a player. He sounds like the epitome of one. One-time thing, but my last long-term relationship ended because I got cheated on. He was hiding a whole other girlfriend from me, so now I have some trust issues. And that experience should teach you that when someone cheats, leave and don't look back. This guy is the first guy I've deeply connected to and liked so much and has been my first official relationship since then. I wonder how long it's been since she broke up with her ex. She's like, it's been a whole year. It's been an eternity. I'm curious. I'm very curious now because a year is not a long time, but maybe it's been longer. Maybe it's been a decade. Wait, how old is she? She's 27. I'm devastated because it seems like I'm just the type of girl to always get cheated on. But the way he's sincerely apologizing and even offering to go no contact and give me space is something I've never heard from previous boyfriends who've all refused to take accountability or even beg for me back. Oh, she likes that he's begging for her. So that's why, is because he's begging for her back and she feels good that he's begging for her. How do I deal with this? I'd just love some advice from people who went through the same thing. Has anyone else gone through this so early into an official relationship? No, I have not, but I can still give you advice. And that advice is to take his offer and block him. This is ridiculous. You deserve better. You deserve someone who chooses you from the start, who makes you feel chosen and adored and loved and respected from the start. Like, how does he have so little willpower and self-control? What was it, a week or two? 2 weeks into being official with you? What was that, like a month and a half into dating you? He's having phone sex with his ex-friends with benefits. Like, that's just, he has so little self-control. How is that gonna, in a long-term relationship when you're pregnant, when you have kids and your sex life slows down as a result, he's gonna have no self-control because his dick controls his life. He thinks with the head downstairs instead of the head up here. And you need someone who actually has self-restraint and is not overly attached to sex and overly attached. Like, you both sound like you're overly attached to needing a relationship, willing to settle for some sleazy dude like this rather than just be single and not have the stress of dealing with bullshit like this. Let's see what the comments have to say. He cheated on you in the first 3 weeks of being with you. LMAO. Have some self-respect and block him already. Honestly, this guy who cheats within a month of a relationship can't be the best you can do, OP. He doesn't respect you, but hopefully you respect yourself enough to not fall for his crocodile tears. He's sorry he doesn't have a girlfriend. Yep. He doesn't give a shit about you. He gives a shit about having somebody in his life. Okay, next post. Girl rejected me after first date because she feels that I'm the perfect match of her best friend instead of with her. I'm absolutely gutted because my date was absolutely my type and she showed high interest before and during the date. Now I'm utterly confused. She believes her best friend and me are literally made for each other. And she feels it would be awkward in her friend group that my date would be dating me while knowing that her friend and I are made for each other. She's seriously matching me with her best friend and clearly doesn't mind having me around in her life even though she rejected me? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, that sucks. You liked her? Maybe she liked you a little bit. Clearly she didn't like you enough, want to keep seeing you, and would rather hook you up with her best friend. Have you met the best friend? Have you seen her photos or anything? Like, are you interested? It doesn't seem like she has that deep of feelings for you if she's willing to set you up with her best friend and like have you hang around but be with her best friend instead. This makes sense to me. I feel like if I went on a first date with somebody and I'm like, holy shit, you would be perfect for my friend. Like, y'all make so much sense together. Let me hook y'all up. Like, I feel like I would do that depending on the circumstance. Like, if it's really just like mind blowing, like, oh my God, you guys are like the same person, I would do that. And so it sucks for this guy that he's like, wait, but I liked you. I don't know. They're best friends. Maybe they're similar. Maybe you get to know the best friend and you're like, screw the original lady. She's so much better. I can see why you paired us together. This could be a good opportunity. I don't know. I feel like you think it's weirder than it is. Like, you're already so in love with this lady. In which case, if you think it's that weird, then like, say sayonara and don't take her up on her offer to meet her friend if you don't want to. But I think at the very least, it would be a fun story to tell afterwards. If you go on a date with a friend and then that doesn't work out, you got a fun story to tell at parties or with your friends or online to YouTube when you film a relationship series. Because I'm always spilling my tea. And maybe sometimes I should keep my mouth shut because I'm sure my exes probably hate me, but we're not together, so it's okay. Let's see what the comments have to say. I've done this before. When I thought the guy was genuinely really nice, but just not my type and had more in common with my friend. This was a while ago and wouldn't be my approach now, but basically she's not interested. And OP says, thanks for the replies. So basically, safe to assume that even though she's unfortunately not interested, she acknowledges that I'm really fun and overall a great guy and thinks I still deserve someone. Also, he's had a blow to his ego where he's like, how dare this chick reject me? I need her to want to go on another date with me. Is having a lot of limiting beliefs that like, if she doesn't want to see me again, it's because she thinks I'm awful. She thinks I'm boring. She thinks I'm ugly. She thinks I'm an awful human being and that I don't deserve love. And they're looking for reassurance on Reddit to be like, so I'm not a bad guy? Like, she's trying to set you up with her best friend. She clearly thinks that you're a good guy, or else, unless she really hates her best friend. One comment says, did she actually give you her friend's number? And OP says, yes, she did. And someone else says, when life gives you lemons. Yeah, I say go on the date with a friend. See what's up. She might be right that y'all are like actually perfect for each other. And this could be a really cute story to tell your future kids how I met your mother. And now to end on a positive story, we're gonna read a post from the love subreddit because reading all of these relationship advice stories can sometimes be a downer, make us question if love is real and feel jaded about relationships. And so I like to read a positive story at the end to give us hope. Love is still beautiful. Let's read the post. Every day I fall more and more in love with my boyfriend. I, 21 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 21 male, for just over 3 years. Every day I'm giddy to see him, and I literally cannot wait to see when he/I come home from work. I still get butterflies when he hugs and kisses me. We've lived together for almost 3 years as well. Jesus, they've been living together since they started dating. I wonder what the story is there. And I thought after a while it'd get less exciting, but it hasn't. We had to get a new vacuum yesterday and run a bunch of boring adult errands, and it was still an amazing time because we got to do it together. I have never had so much fun doing laundry until I met him, especially waiting at shitty little laundromats to switch the washer to the dryer. He makes the little small things so intimate. I'll never get bored of doing boring things with him. I'm so in love with him and it makes me sick. It doesn't make me sick, it makes my heart happy reading stuff like this. I can't lie, there's a small part of the jaded thought in my mind that's like, I was like this with my ex, but he's now my ex. Just because a relationship ends doesn't mean that it wasn't worthwhile and it wasn't meant to be for the time that it was meant to be. Some people come into our lives for a temporary period of time. Some people come to our lives forever, and it's all beautiful and perfect, and you learn lessons and have beautiful experiences and all of those things. I definitely felt this way when I was 3 years into my relationship with my ex. I think it's beautiful because you hear so many stories after the honeymoon phase. Everything goes to shit, or it gets boring, or you don't feel this way about someone after being with them for a long time. But it's entirely possible. I know because I've experienced it. This person has experienced it. I'm certain that it's possible to keep feeling this way even decades and decades into being with somebody. Gives me hope. Relationships are real. People do get into relationships. Have enjoyment for just like the small little things of making life a little less boring. So we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want even more tea on other people's love lives, then you can watch another episode of the Libra Love Lounge right over here. But until next time, I'm sending you so much love. Bye.